Happy Friday, everyone. I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad it's Friday. So, we are in the midst of a large storm that's impending, that is coming across many states in our country. So, I'm glad to be home on Friday and to be here to hunker down and hopefully weather whatever's coming. But I'm most excited to have fun. So, I am going to be in the uh, bill, debt payoff binder for the first time recording, second time, I think, playing. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to start recording, because these 52 envelopes have been a nemesis for me. So this beautiful binder is from Missy Money, and this is her 52-week challenge. And you can see by this card that I have tried a couple times to do this. So the first time are the marks that go this direction, and then I got so far and had to pull the money. Tried again, and then I did a crisscross for those when I filled them in, and I got so far and had to pull the money. So I'm hoping this is the third time charm, and I'm going to this time just color them in with a marker to make the difference. So ignore the lined ones. Those are from previous times, and they are my incentive to get this done this time. And I'm going to go about it a different way. I wanted to go ahead and start playing games and long-term play in order to fill these up. So whenever I've tried to mix in some short plays as well as the long plays. And when I get a certain amount of money to fill one of these, for instance, once I save $52 in one of them, then I can go back here and fill it in. And I will put the money in the bank to actually pay the debt off and use these beautiful little completed cards by Angela Marie 888. They fit in here perfectly. I never get her eights right. It's Angela Marie 888. Sorry, Angela, you beautiful thing. I'm so sorry that I got that wrong again. She is a wonderful channel. Please go see her. And I think these were a freebie on her coffee. And look at how, seriously, how great they just fit in there. And then the number shows up right in the middle to show how much is completed. I don't even have to fill it in. So I saw these, printed them off, and thought that works perfectly for me. I'm a tracker type person, so I love putting them in there to track what I have saved. And I'm also going to be tracking with this gorgeous Debt Demolition, Moo-lah Mission Debt Demolition by Savings Creation Co. You will see the first debt payment is filled in. I did make that payment on January 12th. Because it included money that I had saved from last year, I didn't want to put it in my 52 weeks. I felt like that would be kind of cheating. Because I did pay it in 2026, I did let it fill up the first debt payment because I actually paid it down on the 12th of this month. So I'm excited to get started. Let's go back to the beginning here. Our first game or long play, and this one I think is going to be a little bit of a long one. Okay, so how much do I have to play with? 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, and 70. Okay. So with this, let's ditch that debt. What I've decided to do is to roll a d6 since I don't have a d5, and whatever it lands on, then I will roll a d3 to pick which section I'm doing. So first roll 2, which section? 3. So that's our first 2 in section 3. I've always loved puzzles. Usually they come out at Christmas time. How many of you do that? So I know it's a tradition for a lot of people. Just bring out one on a card table or something and then let it just sit there and people can put in pieces as they go by. I just find it so relaxing to do a puzzle. And I got gifted this year a board that you can put it on instead of having it on a table. So then you can move the board and get it out of the way of company as you need to. Let's see how far this $70 takes me through these, because some of these might be a little more expensive, like this one. This is from Floating Funds. Help little piggy go wee 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 all the way home. You can make it spicy, she said, with rolling a color die, I think, and then multiplying that by the color number. If I get a D20, or if I land on a D20, I'm not going to do it. If I get a D3, yes. D4, yes. Let's do it that way. Okay. So actually, I think I've been going in a row because I'm just going to get all the way home. Yeah. So with the D3, let's do the color die, which is green, which is multiplied by 2, which will make it 6. So I don't think I have my red marker with me. Excuse me. Never have everything you need. Okay, and then I write up here what I'm actually saving. So that is 6. I just got home from work. I had a half day today. I'm excited, like I said, to be home, and hopefully it's not going to be as bad as they're predicting. But if it is, I'm home and I've got some water ready and a little electric stove I can cook on. I'm sorry, it's probably a propane stove that I can cook on should I lose power. Okay, and the next one is 2026 by Chasing Dreams Budgets. So for this one, I'm going to roll a D10 because we have 2 10s and 6s. So we're going to roll until we get one of those, either a 2, a 6, or a 10. And then I'll roll this color die to tell me what color I'm going to choose. And the only color on here that's not on here is the pink. So the red will be pink. So first, how much? 2. 2, and what color? Red is pink. So we're going to do a 2 in the pink. Okay. See if we can make, we can make change. Put it in 3s and take a 5. I think we're going to go one more time. All right, so we'll roll the D10. We got a 5, a 1, a 1, an 8, a 4, a 6. Hey, a 6. Okay, so we got a 6. What color? Pink. Pink is the color for the day. So we're going to do a pink 6. Pink 6. I think I'll swap out those 2 5s for a 10. I stopped on my way home at a bank to get some cash, and they gave me the most decrepit looking money. Seriously, the 10s and the 20s, which normally look pretty decent, it's usually the ones that are bad. They were all crinkled up and yellow, like they were dried out so badly. Felt like if I touch them too much, they're going to just crumble into little pieces of dust. Got some warm coffee, frothy coffee. I'm going to enjoy it while I can. Like I said, in case that power goes out. Okay, this is Scottish paper dolls. I saw this and just fell in love with these paper dolls. She's got different nationalities, and I know that I did my DNA. Has anybody else done that on Ancestry.com? And I do have Scottish background. I'm a natural redhead, and that makes sense. And So I thought the little Scottish paper doll would work perfect, and I love crossword puzzles. So this was right up my alley. So for each square color square, you add $1 to the cash envelope, and for each white square, you roll a die and save that amount. So we're going to do 1, 2, come back down here, and 2 is 4, and 1 makes 5. So I'm going to put a 5 into the paper dolls. I love this so much. This is beautiful. This is on Happy Mailbox. Make sure I get that right for you. Happy Mailbox Co., I think, on Etsy. Yes, the Happy Mailbox Co. She comes out with some such lovely things. She's a beautiful creator. Okay, the Quilt Along group play by Lifted Up and Living. I love this too. This is gorgeous. This reminds me so much. My mother was a great quilter, and I have done some quilts, but not so much in the later years. I haven't had the time. And also, I have neuropathy in my hands, so that has made any kind of crafting hard to do. I used to decorate cakes, and I can't do that anymore. I used to do cross stitching and crocheting, but I've been enjoying learning how to do Canva and making designs. So there's always a way to be creative. Thanks be to God. Okay, so this is gorgeous. Now, my only limitation is I don't have a lot of colors and markers, but I thought that I would do them in some soft colors because my mother would take my little girls, she would take our clothes when we were young and cut them up when we were all worn and couldn't be used anymore. And then she would make a quilt out of them. And you could look at the quilt and remember the dress or outfit that you had that that was represented in that quilt. And it became especially beautiful to me when she did that for my little girls, my 2 little girls. She took them and made a beautiful quilt for their twin beds out of their soft yellow, soft pink, and blue and green. And it was just such a beautiful quilt. So I am doing it like that in honor of my mom. I still haven't seen any of the quilts on her channel, Lifted Up and Living. I think she might give us a sneak peek here now and then. And I'm looking forward to that. So I am doing $10 a quilt square. And this is January, February, and March. And I know that she loves doing Judy's gnomes and say that they are now a tradition for her. Well, I'm hoping that this is a tradition for her to put these out with different quilt designs each year because this is gorgeous. You really need to do that. I have to encourage her to do that and make this a beautiful, beautiful tradition for those of us who love the budget and love quilts. Okay, so that's $10 going into her Quilt Along group play. So now we have 10, 20, and 30 there. So I might leave the money in here before I put it and disperse it into here. Leave it for the quarter. Okay, so Roll in Regret. I think maybe I have a different one first here. Roll in Regret is next. So this is by Savings Creation Co. And you roll a die. You pick a number on the board to challenge, and then you roll a d6 and write your rolls in the blank squares. You can roll as many times as there are blank squares, but your goal is to get as close as possible to the chosen number without going over. If you go over, you pay a flat $20. If you stay under, you pay the difference between your total rolls and the chosen number. So I've been just going in a row. Next is to challenge is 22. Now, if you do the math on these higher ones, if even you got a 6 times 4 is 24. So you're going to have to use something bigger than a 6-sided die. So I think I'm going to go to the 8 for this? Let's see. And we get an 8. Oh boy. Okay. Oh boy. Now we're at 16. 16. Should I chance it? Should I chance it? Let's try. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Roll it up better because 8 keeps coming up. 3. Yes. Okay. So now we're at 19. I don't think I'm going to chance it. We're only $3 off. So I think we're going to go with the $3. Going into Roll in Regret by Savings Creation Co. Okay. Let's see if I can make some change here. Not quite yet. So we have $23 and Roll in Regret. This is going to be one of my shorter plays comparatively. Okay. Right before this, though, I think I have something by Frugality is Life. This says, Inconceivable. You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means. Inigo Montoya. My kids love The Princess Bride. And they played that over and over, and they just thought this was the most hilarious thing. So when I saw this, I just had to do it. I loved it. And that is Frugality is Life. So I think we're going to put in a 5 into this beautiful challenge. I see that I tend to pick challenges that have some kind of memory or connection. Do you find that you guys do that too? It's just beautiful to do that, to then connect it to something that you cherish. So saving money becomes something easy and beautiful and not something scary or intimidating. Okay, so that's going in. And how much do we have so far? For Inconceivable, we have $20 going into Inconceivable. And now we come to Murder Mystery. This is an incredible game put out by, hosted by Pink Plum Budgeting and Budgeting with a Ginger, in collaboration with several other Budget Your Life, Kimmy's Corner, April's Fresh Start, Blue Kiwi Budgets, Dawn Sunrise Budgeting, and Bookish Mama Budgets. So let me see. I think the rooms are supposed to be separate from these cards. So we'll just mix these cards up. These are the suspects and the weapons. And then these are the rooms. And on one of the, I think it was Budgeting with a Ginger, or may have been Pink Plum Budgeting, she suggested that you use the D3 in order to make it last a little longer. So I ended last with drawing the card right here. So I'm going to go from here. 1. So we save 1. Trying to get into a room. 1. We'll save 1. I don't know if you can go diagonal. Can you go diagonal? And 2. Could have used a 1 this time. 1, 2. I get to draw a card. Okay. So when you draw a card, then you roll a die. And this, I'm probably going to do a D4 here. And whatever you mark off, well, that can't be it. So we're looking at murder weapons right now, and it's a 3. So we're going to mark off the 3, and that means cash is not the murder weapon, which I think is hilarious. That's now 5, so we'll put that back and grab a 5. Okay. We'll put that card underneath. Take a sip of my hot coffee. I hope everyone that is in the zone for this, that's a 2, is finding ways to be safe. Which way should I go? So that's a 1. 1, 2. I'm going to go here. That's a 3. I don't know how much more I can go. And a 3. Do I get to get into a room? Is there a way to get into a room? 1, 2, 3. No. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. think I'll go this direction, 1, 2, 3, and land on the 1. Put my little marker here. I'm going to write on that because I don't want to mark on that. And just save another 1 because I want to place some of the others. All right, because that's $9 going into a Murder Mystery Budget Edition. Very cute. What a clever idea. I love it. So we have now $24 in Murder Mystery Budget Edition. And somebody will have to tell me if we're allowed to go diagonal because that will make a difference, won't it? Okay. And we have next Budget Bonanza. And this is by Ange Budget and Debt and Sitchie Saves. So we roll 5 die. Excuse me, because I don't have 5 D6s. So you'll excuse me for one moment. Okay, so with the magic of editing, you have no idea how long that really took me to find a 5 die, because we do want 5, and then we add up the sum. All right, we got a 1 and a 3 and a 2 and a 4. Oh my goodness, we got it straight, guys. What are the odds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're supposed to have 6. I am just going to roll 1 more, whatever it is. Voila. Of course, it would be a 5. Okay, so I have to remember to bring 6 dice. Okay, so we have 6, 10, and $20. I am going to do this the low budget way. But that would only make it 2. I'm going to do it divisible by 2, so we are going to put in 10. Always can make it low budget way, whatever fits your budget, and still get the fun of playing the games. So now this is an expensive one. This is 20, 30, 40. Well, thank you, Ange Budget and Debt and Sitchie Saves. You are helping me save quite a bit of money. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's go to the next, and this is absolutely gorgeous. This is also by Savings Creation Co., and I just love the little bears and honey. Winnie the Pooh is one of my favorite characters. So and I just love all this honey color. So I'm going to take a D10 because I think the highest number is a D10 and roll that. See what we get. We got a 2. So we're going to find a 2. I'm not sure what this is going to save us when we're done. I do need to fill that in there too, don't I? I have to tell when I get a bee or the honey what they're going to be. So I'm going to take I'm going to do the D10. Let's see what the bee is going to be. The D is a 10. The bee, that makes sense, is a 10. And the honey is going to be a 3. Okay. And how much do we have left to play? 10. Do I have some change in here for that 5? Yes, I could take this 2, 3, and take a 5. Okay. I think we will go back to the beginning. So we have 10 left. I'm going to go back to the beginning and work on that ditch the debt. That is what we're going for. Ditching that debt. So yes, let's get our die. And we've got a 5 and then our color. I'm sorry, D3. What section? D3, first section, another 5. Let's do a yellow. Don't want to forget that. I am trying to learn to have fun with saving. When you grow up with in a household where there's not a lot of money, then money can be a very serious thing. And then when the same happens when you are raising your children. So I found that money is a serious matter to me. And when I first saw this cash stuffing and the games, it was really different for me. I didn't understand it, and so I started playing it, and I really fell in love with the idea of having fun and letting it be fun and not so serious. I have a tendency to be serious, and I want to learn to not do that. I can't find my beginning. So we are going in my church through the 21 days of fasting at the beginning, and I literally was awake last night at 2 a.m. and I was praying, Father, is it okay that I have fun with money? Like I needed some permission. Do you know what I'm saying? And he's just so sweet whenever you pray. And here I am just fumbling around because he does answer. He's not just some far off entity not involved, because the next day they always sent us a text for our theme for praying, and today's theme was fun. And it said give God thanks and enjoy your life. And it was just like his sweet answer that yes, it's okay to have fun and play the games. So I leave you with that thought, except for I just realized I still have $5 and I'm closing up shop. Okay, I get to do, whoa, I don't think I can do a D20 with $5. So we're just going to put it in here. I'm going to roll D3 and decide which of these two. The 5 will go, and that'll be the first 5. But yes, if I can encourage you to pray and believe that it's going to get some answer, if you pray with all sincerity, he will answer you. And he's just so good that way. And I am learning to enjoy life as he has given it to me, even the hard things like saving money. Okay, so now then let's ditch that debt by Dawn's Sunrise Budgeting. We have 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. $22. So as we play through all of these, I'm hoping to fill up these 52 little envelopes. Finally, third time's a charm, and to have a lot of fun doing it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for encouraging me on this hard journey. I really appreciate it. And please stay safe and warm if you're at all in the storm zone. Bye.